Remember your first motorcycle?
Yeah, I remember it when I was about 21 years old. It was a 1965 Panhead. It was something that I had wanted for a long time. When I was young, about maybe 12 years old, I had an uncle that was in prison, and he had sent me a picture of a Panhead. And that image stayed in my head. And about a few years later, when I was about 18, I went to a lowrider show. And I don't know how this is even possible, but the bike he drew, there was a bike at that lowrider show that was almost identical to the drawing he had made 5 years earlier. That was it. A few years later, I waited to save up and I found a bike very similar to it, just a different style. It was quite exciting at that age to have a Harley when only mostly old guys would have those kind of bikes. I haven't owned a new motorcycle since that bike. Now I have 8 347 knuckleheads, a 37 knucklehead, a 48 panhead, 249 panheads. Recently I've been riding my 48.
And what happened on the 48?
I crashed. I ended up pulling the bike out to do an oil change. I was going to go around the block and decided to just jump on the freeway. The bike ran as it always does, perfect. I decided to exit the freeway. As I was getting off, I hit a bump, put the bike into a death wobble. The bike went one way and I went another. I don't remember falling off the bike. I just remember tumbling and coming to a stop, to a puddle of blood. Luckily, there was 2 people behind me that saw the whole thing. They said that it was pretty bad. I wasn't sure if I'd make it because I couldn't breathe. So I don't know how long I can hold that up. Once I got to the hospital, they were great. They took care of me. At the end of the day, it was a broken shoulder, a broken rib, and a lot of scrapes. But I was so fortunate to be alive that was probably the best outcome.
Now, after all this, would you ever regret getting your first bike?
I don't think so, because the people that I've met, the experiences, the places I've been, the things I've seen, we'd be here for hours if I could tell you the stories that I've experienced on that bike since I was 21. And even after what happened, I'm very reluctant to stop because of all the great memories I've had on them.
Do you ever know what happened to your first bike?
Well, the last I heard, it was in Boulder, Colorado. Up to now, I'm still trying to find. I put the word out. I still have the VIN number, but that bike is very sentimental to me, and I hope one day I can bring it home and enjoy again, because like I said, that bike was very, very, very important to me. My advice to anyone that's has the same addiction I do on riding motorcycles is ride as if nobody can see you. God, wear a helmet and double check your bike, frequently, because they are machines, and especially these vintage ones. People say that these bikes can't keep up. They could keep up very well. As long as you could kickstart them and they're on that highway, trust me, they run.